So there is an update on the Candace Owens, President Macron thing. You know, I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about this Candace stuff too much, but she has come out and done this. Now she's saying that the original Bridget Macron died and then gifted her entity to her brother to take over her entity.
It is very clear that Brigitte Trogneux existed. It is very clear that she was, in fact, the sister of Jean-Michel Trogneux. And I think that if I am guessing what took place here, Jean-Michel Trogneux took Brigitte Trogneux's identity at some point. It's very obvious he kind of becomes his sister. That's what seems to be the most logical conclusion based off of everything.
I'm not a simple blood test like fixes all this stuff. But the part I loved about that was that seemed what she just said. That seems to be the most logical conclusion is that Brigitte Macron died. And then her brother just became her.
And so if we are to believe that, I do believe that Brigitte Trogneux, the real Brigitte Trogneux existed, it's plausible that Brigitte Trogneux got sick, that the real Brigitte Trogneux got sick and perhaps had a dying wish to help her brother, Jean-Michel Trogneux, who was living perhaps as Veronique, right? And knowing that, okay, well, he's never going to be allowed to live his life authentically. He's always going to be always going to be hiding and doing these sorts of things because this is just not a time where people are recognizing this transgendered identity. Well, what if she gifted her brother her identity? Here, this is not a thing yet. You can just become me. Okay, that's, again, we're surmising. There's no evidence that Brigitte Trogneux died. There's no evidence of that. But that's what it feels like to me.
I don't want to pick a fight with Candace. Like I said, I've known Candace for a long time, but you just said we're acknowledging that we don't have any evidence of this. But that's what makes the most logical sense to me is that Brigitte Macron died and her brother tucked his wee-wee in and said, I'm going to be you and I'm going to marry the eventual prime minister of France.